At times, it is just you and God in the room. Only you and God are involved, and you are the only one who needs to put in the effort. And you have to be conscious of both your strengths and your shortcomings. You have to become self-aware. You have to recognize the areas in which you are undermining yourself. And you have to train both your body and your mind. Make sure that you are in the best possible physical shape. It is necessary for you to cultivate your strengths and increase that you have to stretch, that you have to push, that you have to pull, that you have to leap, and that you have to sprint. Of capacity in your endurance. And there will be moments when you will become exhausted, and there will be days when you will not want to get out of bed, and there will be days when you will not want to eat. Nobody is calling you, nobody is texting you, and nobody is checking on you. You don't have the energy to think, and nobody is checking on you. As a result, very few people have faith that you will ever emerge from this. It is impossible for you to climb out of this hole. To be a successful faith man in the future, you must have faith that you are one of the most important keys, and you must also think that you will require night vision. It is imperative that you have the ability to recognize me even in the dark. Until my crew arrives, I will work hard to achieve my goals. I won't win a single game. You won't be able to stop me. I am going to be a competitor that cannot be ignored. When it comes to me, there is no weapon that can be designed that will be successful. This is my destiny. I am resolute for this. I am devoted to you. You should avoid me. Immediately I need to remove the blood from my eyes. The escape from misery is the way out. This region of self-doubt and self-sabotage, as well as worry and anxiety, stems from the notion that my sector is already saturated, that there are sufficient individuals, and that there is only one person who can confront the challenges with a ferocious determination, a hunger and a resilience, and a dedication to your destiny. I am completely committed to my mission. It was the journey, the process, and the pruning that I committed to. Reforming, prepping, conditioning, and doing whatever else is necessary are all included. I will see to it that it is completed. It's a one-man wrecking machine. In the course of your life, there will be times when you will be required to acquire the skills necessary to carry out hunting by oneself. The beauty of a soldier who is stationed in solitary confinement is that they do not lose their individuality while being in the wilderness. This is true for both men and women. Throughout your life, there will be times when you will be compelled to follow the rhythm of your own drum, to break new ground, to innovate, to adapt and invent, and to do something that no one in your family has ever done before. And for some of you to make a move that has never been done before in the history of the world. The audacity to speak out against was displayed by Goliath. One man out of an army became a one-man wrecking machine, and he will have to confront some dark hours of God and one man out of an army. Throughout this process of constructing, pioneering, innovating, developing something, manifesting it, giving birth to him, and transitioning this version of yourself, you will encounter many challenges and opportunities. Must pass away. You have to figure out how to prioritize God's needs. Put an end to any and all distractions. He is going to be your pillar of support and your shield. All the time, people are seeking for the things that need to be eliminated. The store is closing soon, and there are signs and sales. And because everything needs to be removed, we cram these stores to the brim. Some of you man need to adopt an attitude that says, man, everything that does not serve the vision must go. This is something that you need to embrace. Each and everything that does not correspond with my top priorities must be eliminated. Come on, let's go and be a one-man wrecking machine. I have things that need to be demonstrated. I am dealing with a lot of things that need to be removed from my head and my heart. It's time for me to stop dwelling on the past. Why don't you try? Who is this assisting, if anyone? You are going to have to acquire the abilities necessary for survival during certain times of the year during which you will be required to be self-sufficient. Now is the time for you to acquire intelligence and become an expert strategist. You need to get the ability to strike. From the shadows, out of obscurity, and out of the ashes of where they left you for dead, you will emerge from the crucible when the iron is hot. Why don't you try? With the assistance of God, you are going to have to dig yourself out of that position. Why don't you try? I need you to have faith that you are capable of adjusting, innovating, improvising, and coming up with creative solutions to the problems that you are experiencing in your personal life. What it is like to feel as though you are losing your place, and I am familiar with it. Also, everything that is around you is falling apart. There is a challenge waiting for you on every level, and life will confront you and knock you on your back more than once. Yo, stand up. You have my dare to stand up for one man. The machine that wrecks. You walk by people every day who are starving to death on the inside because they are unaware of who they are. These people are dying on the inside. Neither of them is aware of their worth. They are misinformed about their function. If you are an athlete, a musician, an entertainer, an innovator, a philanthropist, a poet, a singer, or a director, it does not matter to me the type of person you are. No matter who you are going to be scratching your head, sliding down the wall, and asking yourself, are you still cold? I don't care who you are. What is the audience for me? Where is my home group? Find out where my followers are. Why do I even bother to create this content? How come you show up each and every day? Mainly due to the fact that the tide will eventually start to alter. It is important to acknowledge the fact that there may be times in your life when you will have to travel this path by yourself. There are going to be times in your life when you will be alone yourself, in a kind of wilderness where you are going to have to figure it out, where you are going to have to dig deep within yourself and unleash the devotedness and dedication, as well as the resilience and the resolve. You are going to have to figure it out. In addition, you should find out the game plan, the design, the software, and the hardware that are necessary to carry out the implementation of the information that you have obtained. We have notebooks that are full of dreams, but we despise having to face the reality of the situation. There are aspects of that dream that you are responsible for bringing into existence on your own. Moreover, during that time of year, nobody shows up. Permit me to set the record straight. You are a miracle that cannot be repeated. In the entire world, there is no one else who is like you. You were already known to God before you were ever formed inside your mother's womb. He has a plan to provide you with something, to anoint you, to prosper you, to heal you, and to give you an ear that you have been waiting for. Other people's very futures are depending on certain factors. The choices that you make and the distractions that you are willing to get rid of, as well as the fact that you have to travel through troughs. You are required to walk through the destruction. To be successful, you need to learn how to endure the discomfort without giving up on the job at hand by offering assistance to anyone. Right now, you should leave it in the comments, but you should leave it in the comments. It is only God and I. 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 It is possible that you have access to relatives and support. It's possible that you have anyone on your team that believes in you. But there will still be times when it will feel as though, and very literally, for many of you, it is just you and God. This is something that will happen. Only you and God are involved. And somebody like me is a wrecking ball. The lights are going to turn on in the upper level as soon as you realize the truth about the situation. It has arrived. You prepared to face it. It's a one-man wrecking machine.